First up today, one woman's personal journey with ovarian cancer. Every year, more than 22,000 women are diagnosed with this type of cancer, and it's expected that 15,000 will die. It has been called the whisper killer because the symptoms can often be very subtle and detection is often too late for successful treatment.
Cheryl Figg joins us with her story, and we also have Dr. Elizabeth Dickson-Michaelson, who's an oncologist and board member of the Wisconsin Ovarian Cancer Alliance. Thanks for being here, ladies.
Hi, nice to be here.
Thanks for being here. I think ovarian cancer is something that's very scary to women because of that whole whisper killer, the silent symptoms, things like that. Explain to us what ovarian cancer is and how it affects our body.
So what ovarian cancer is essentially any of the cells inside the ovary can start becoming something that they're not supposed to be. So they stop listening to the normal things that our body tells our cells to do, and they start growing. And essentially what ends up happening is that it can spread inside the abdomen, and we don't have a good screening tool for it. And that's something actually the FDA has just come out saying, you know, we don't have one. So what we have to do is really educate women about the symptoms of ovarian cancer so they can think about, okay, what's happening in my body? Is there something not right? I got to go to the doctor and get checked out.
That's a tough thing, though. You educate people about the symptoms. It's still, the reality is they're still often very subtle. And then combined with that, the fact that there isn't good screening for ovarian cancer is very frustrating, especially for women who are proactive about their health. They get mammograms, they get pap smears, they see their doctor every year, they do the right things. Before we get to Cheryl's story, let's talk quickly about the signs and the symptoms. And we have a visual. It spells out B-E-A-T.
Exactly. So B-E-A-T. So what you're looking for is B for bloating. So anytime you feel like you're just more full than you should be. E is for eating less, so you can't necessarily eat what you normally would. A is for abdominal or pelvic pain, and T is for trouble with your bowels or your bladder.
Now, is the disease often very advanced, though, by the time you notice these symptoms?
Sometimes it can be. So that's why having an annual pelvic exam every single year, where your doctor and you are talking about your symptoms, things like that, so that way they can do a good exam, because sometimes we can pick it up that early. Otherwise, you're right. Sometimes we end up catching it very, very late.
How about for you, Cheryl? Tell us a little bit about what made you maybe asked to be checked out and how your journey began.
Mine was very similar in that it actually was pretty difficult. I teach an aerobic dance class and stuff, so I'm always exercising and doing things, and so I was just getting little twinges, and I went in to see my general doctor, and she said, well, you know, she did an exam and there was nothing there. She said, you know, let's just wait a little bit. I had a trip coming up, came back through a summer, and then it just didn't feel right. And then I started feeling just a little bloated. She said, let's have you go in and get one of the
an ultrasound?
Yes, of my ovaries. And that's where they found it. They found a cyst on each ovary.
How advanced was your disease?
I was stage 3.
Stage 3. So did you have chemotherapy and lots of treatment?
I've been through quite a bit.
A little.
A little. Yeah, I've been through, I went through chemo for 1 year, and then I was in remission for about 20 months, and then it came back. And so I went through another round of chemo. And then it started to grow again a little bit last November, and then we're on a new regimen, and I'm in remission again.
So you've had it 3 times.
Wow.
Well, the third time is not technically chemo, but it is in the chemo family. It's a drug that cuts the blood supply off to the tumors and stuff. So, but yes. So.
And where are you at now?
Where am I at?
Yeah, in the journey. You're in remission now.
As of last Thursday.
Yay!
Let's keep it there.
Third time is a charm.
Right.
I gotta know, Cheryl, these are beautiful pictures that we're looking at of you. Good for you for battling this, you know, for a third time and coming out on the other side of it and being in remission. How, though, did it affect you personally, emotionally, and your family, too?
Well, you know, I have an amazing family. So and my husband, I have 2 daughters, and just total support, and I'm very lucky in that. Friends, I was a teacher, so my school, all the colleagues, all the families are behind me. I direct plays and musicals, so I've got a lot of love happening there in Mequon, and so I'm very appreciative of that. And so there were things, though, like one of the pictures you saw me screaming is that on my bucket list was going to Isle Royale National Park up off of Copper Harbor, and we've been up there many years, but we'd never gone to Isle Royale, and so I said, we're doing it. And that was right after I finished the first round of chemo that summer. And so that was me screaming, you know, that I made it. I'm alive. And then this last November, when it came back again, my daughter was planning on getting married next year. But after talking with Dr. Dickson, we just weren't sure where things were going. So my daughter moved her wedding up this year. And so the picture of she and I at the wedding is very special because it was a gorgeous wedding and wonderful news this summer and stuff that we went on. And then I don't know what all pictures you had that you were showing. You know, initially I had long blonde hair, so I did have to have my hair cut and buzzed. And my girls and I had a lot of fun trying on wigs.
That's cute.
They went with me. And so we just, you know, I have been very positive. I felt when I was first told I had ovarian cancer, to be honest, the first thing I thought of was I've had a blessed life. So, you know, I'm going to go forward. And thanks to incredible team that I work with Dr. Dickson and Lori and a whole bunch of people, I do a lot of extra stuff that they've suggested. I do acupuncture and Reiki and chiropractor massage, anything that helps support. If you look at my calendar, it's a lot about me. I hate to say, just trying to stay healthy.
Yeah.
But
that selfish stuff you're doing for all the people who love you.
Yeah.
Right.
They appreciate that time you're taking for yourself.
And I think, you know, going through a cancer journey it's unique for everyone. It's devastating at first. Your whole life just gets, you know, thrown into a tizzy, as they say. But for me, it's really been an incredible learning experience. I can honestly say I'm a very upbeat, optimistic person, but I mean, I just feel like life is such a gift, and that every day I'm here as long as I can be, and I'm going to keep doing stuff and just keep, you know, being out there for people and whatever.
Way you
for
can.
you.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
You've got these runs coming up that people can take part in. There's one in Milwaukee, that's September 17th at Greenfield Park, and one in Madison as well on the 25th at McKee Farms Park. The Wisconsin Ovarian Cancer Center.org is the website for more, or 262-797-7804 for support as well. Thanks for sharing your story. We appreciate you guys being here.
Great to see you both of you. Good for
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for having us.